What is duplication in genetic copy number variations? Imagine your DNA as a giant instruction manual for building your body. Sometimes, parts of this manual get copied more than once, creating extra pages. This is what we call duplication in genetic copy number variations. These variations are changes in the number of copies of a specific DNA segment in your genome. Normally, you have 2 copies of each gene, one from your mother and one from your father. But with duplication, some segments are repeated, leading to more than 2 copies. These extra copies can be small, involving just a few DNA bases, or large, covering entire genes or even multiple genes. The size of these duplications can vary from a few hundred bases to millions of bases. Copy number variations are a type of genetic difference that makes each person unique. These variations include duplications, deletions, or other rearrangements of DNA segments. When a duplication occurs, it increases the number of copies of that segment. This change can influence how genes work, sometimes making them more active or less active. For example, having extra copies of a gene might lead to more of its protein being made. This can be helpful in some cases, like increasing resistance to certain diseases, or it can cause problems, such as developmental delays or health issues. Duplications can be tiny, involving just a small piece of DNA, or very large, involving entire genes. When a gene is duplicated, it might produce too much of a certain protein, which can affect how your body functions. Sometimes, these extra copies do not cause any noticeable effects and are just part of normal genetic variation. Other times, they are linked to hereditary health conditions. For example, some duplications are associated with developmental disorders or increased risk for certain diseases. In family genetic testing, identifying these duplications is very important. They can help explain why someone might have a particular health condition or developmental issue. Knowing about duplications allows doctors and genetic counselors to better understand a person's genetic makeup. This knowledge can guide decisions about health management, family planning, and even early interventions. Understanding duplications in copy number variations helps us see how our genes can be different from person to person. These differences are part of what makes each of us unique. Detecting and studying these duplications is a key part of understanding hereditary health risks and how our genes influence our lives. So, in simple terms, duplication in genetic copy number variations is when a piece of DNA gets copied more than once, and these extra copies can have a big impact on health and traits.